talking to Mr. Arun Shourie. I will like to ask you, Arun, that what do you broadly feel about the changes that are needed in the electoral system?
I think first is, of course, this how to reduce the power of money in elections.
How would that be done?
I don't know, by strict monitoring of expenditures. That should not be that difficult to calculate. After all, Mr. Session put the fear of God into these political parties.
And
that
of course, presently the Supreme Court is examining the issue of electoral bonds.
Yes, and it has taken
One
such
doesn't know which way would the decision.
That is one point, and the second point is how long it has taken for them, amidst their many duties, to come to this all-important issue. But electoral bonds, as Prashant Bhushan and others have argued, is nothing but institutionalization of corruption and of extortion.
Yes, extortion, yes.
And so that is one of the things. But even if there are no electoral bonds and there is cash,
yes,
it will be the same effect. So money is one. Second is that you see the perversion that has come. For instance, if you look at our constitution, it has prohibited caste, even as a basis for reservations.
Yes.
But everything today is caste. Appeals are by caste. OBC chief minister banaunga, fulana ye karunga. Everything is by caste.
But more than that is this promise of goodies that would flow.
So that is one. That is a third point. But but the first point is this: the caste, religion, things which are prohibited are today common.
Yes, getting widely used.
Yes, and no action is taken. And in that, I think Supreme Court itself is culpable. For instance, in the case of famous case of Bal Thackeray,
yes,
where they said that the question was whether he has appealed to the voters in the name of Hinduism.
Yes,
I mean, I don't remember the exact words, but and the Supreme Court said, no, Hinduism not a religion, it is a way of life. That's the judgment.
yes.
Achha, is Islam not a way of life? Is a drug addict's life not a way of life? Is an alcoholic's life not a way of life?
All these are way of life. Yes.
But that became the judgment, and therefore you can go on appealing in the name of Hinduism. I'm only appealing in the name of a way of life, not a religion.
Yes.
So, religion, caste, this is it. And third, today, of course, the misuse of institutions like the Enforcement Directorate, like the CBI, to get at your opponents, and thereby affect electoral outcomes. Now, this is a new danger that has come up, and just like electoral reforms are a new
When
innovation.
you think the beginning was made in for this malpractice?
I don't know the beginning, but you know, they must have been on a very small scale.
Yes.
But now it is
Rampant.
Rampant. So these things will have to be changed, and it is not going to be done by just changing the law and so on. No institution is going to work, no law is going to work unless people of character enforce it and stand up by it and for it. After all, Election Commission is still there, but it's now just a name board laga hua hai. But the same Election Commission at time,
you know, Palkhiwala had said that democracy is not something that you inherit, or your forefathers got it, so you would remain free, you have to fight for it.
Yes.
But who's going to do it? Do you think, are you still optimistic in this regard?
No, sir, but the question, that is a question never to be asked, who is going to do it? The question should be, what am I going to do about it? That's the question. Everybody asks, who is going to do it? Why don't you do it? अरे भैया अपना सोचो, आप क्या कर रहे हो? So no, अंग्रेजों को वापस तो नहीं लाना. So we have to do it. Each of us has to do it. Especially the professional classes have to do it.
Now, at the age of 82, I am talking to you, you know, in the playlist going strong. Do you have, do you nurture hopes that this would happen someday?
No, firstly, you keep reminding me of being 82. No, just for that. Thereby you make me feel old. No.
Not at all.
No, sir.
You have a youthful...
But I don't, the question is not of hope. Hope is not policy.
Yeah.
So the question is whether nothing is going to happen automatically.
Yes.
If none of us do it, if all of us pursue money, if all of us pursue little posts or post-retirement jobs like these judges from government, then nothing is going to happen. On the other hand, if the middle class, which is the large class in India, that is what distinguishes us, say, from Pakistan.
Yes.
This middle class has to stand up for institutions, for values, for discourse. If it doesn't, well, then nothing.
Yes. Nothing survives then.
And then it's not a question of hoping or not hoping. You just have to look at the facts.
Yes, quite right. No, by saying that hoping and talking about 82, the point I was trying to make is that can you suggest sort of a roadmap? Because you have said that everybody has to take part. It's a national endeavor that is needed. But there has to be sort of perhaps education. Education or something. How would that be done?
No, Gandhiji's answer to all that was anyone, anytime, anything.
Okay.
Anyone can do it at any time. We don't have to look for a Mahurat. And anything. Take up one issue.
Okay.
Don't look for the magic key.
Right.
Take up one issue. Work on that. Supposing you and I decide, okay, we will work on the election commission. We will monitor the election commission and we will publicize those results. Just work on that. There are enough, 100 million people in India in the middle class. Imagine 1,000 of them working, each on one institution. You would have reform.
Ek Sutri Karyakram. For every individual has to decide what is his...
what he can do sitting where he is, but putting in all efforts, and don't just do it कि भी 3 दिन के लिए किया रहा छोड़ो कुछ होना तो है नहीं, you have to persevere till the end.
Yes. Thank you.
So the question is not should education be there, should law be changed, should there be one election, common election for the whole country? No, take up any one of them and work on that till the end.